So this will be my video how to do the repaint for Tori Vega from Victorious, that the actress would be Victoria Justice. And the original doll, I'm not sure about what brand was, but I know it's a similar one from the Leaf Dolls, thanks to a friend on Instagram that helped me about knowing that. So I will show you how I did the repaint. So at first, the most important thing, as I always say, is study the mold. In this case, the brows and eyes were the most cartoony thing and was not very practical. So I tried to sketch the face with a pencil to see more or less how it would fit in the face. And then I tried to do some photos to check with photos of Victoria Justice and the face of the doll. In this case, it's very important to find photos that have smile face with teeth, because the shapes of the face change a lot. The eyes get smaller, the mouth gets wider, and the nose too. Here I do the first steps of the white eyes, that with a pencil I did the shape, and in this case I fill it up with a white. And then with a pencil I'm trying to fix what I did wrong with white. The eyes should be smaller on the bottom or the top. It's just retouching the retouching. In this case it's like a sketch, but on the face. So here I'm trying to do the shape of the iris and the lashes. I'm sorry for my head popping up every time, but I didn't notice it. I tried to do it closer for you, but it was kinda rough. So one of the most important things for me in this kind of dolls too is the hairline. So I try to do that. Afterwards I will do a lot more. Here I'm darkening the iris. It's what I said, it's retouching. When I see the shape it doesn't work, I change it. I'm darkening the brows a little bit more. It's not as dark as I wanted, but it's layers on layers of paint. It's like makeup in this case. And here you have the lashes a little bit darker, in this case are black, but I'm trying to find more like the line that does the shape instead of doing the lashes. In this case I'm adding lashes because Victoria Justice and most of the characters in Victorious, I don't know why, have a lot of fake lashes, like very thick and black. As I sometimes do, in the lips I try to not remove them. I will try to retouch them, but not remove them for now. Here I'm doing more shadowing on the lid, because it needed a little bit more of depth. So I did that, and here I'm retouching the upper lip. It was too big, so I removed paint off there. One important thing was the doll had like a mold that it had a lot more teeth than the paint. So checking photos I realized that she really smiled with more teeth, so I added more white in that part. Here I'm trying to remove paint from places that I think I did too much, sometimes in the shape of the brows or things. And here in this case is the sparkles in the eyes, and that gives a lot of life in the doll. And in this case, is what I said, more shadowing on the roots with more hair. I try to use like browns and pink-ish colors for the lids, because it's like makeup, but it was kind of natural on the lid. Even though it has like the huge lashes, the lid is still kind of natural, and that really helps to make that shape that would be more Victoria Justice. I think a lot of people don't pay attention to the lid, but that can make a whole difference in the eyes. Here I'm doing again the roots with more hairs. I realized that Victoria Justice in the series, like most of the characters, had the hair over the shoulder, so I tried to do that. And in this case right now I'm doing that, like the contouring, more blush in both cheeks. I'm trying to compensate because the doll at first had more in one side than the other, and that kind of helped to do more like the contouring for the cheeks, that it's very important for Victoria Justice. A little bit with brown pencil I try to do some of the shades, not with a bigger pencil, and it's more like shaping of the expression, like the smile ones, the ones from the nose, from the bridge of the nose. In this case, I think that are important too, because that makes a difference between one person and the other. I mean, she looks like other actresses, but what that makes her be her, in this case, is cheeks, the bridge of the nose, and the lid that is kinda downwards. I think that is the most important things for her, especially. Here I'm adding more shadowing, more hair to the sides. Here is more retouching. I mean, my explanation wouldn't be that helpful for you, but still. I like to play with her sometimes, because that makes her look more realistic. When you put all the hair to the back, sometimes it doesn't help you with a character that have so much hair on the face always. Here is the next day, and I'm trying to do like a little retouches that I realized it didn't work with her. It's very good, as I said before, to have like photos of her and photo of the doll how it's looking now, so you can fast check between those. I'm adding more white to the teeth, because even the smile was wider than I expected. And here, as you can see, the sideburns are really wide. It's like I tried to do like falling hair, but in this case it was to help because the mold was very wide, and Victoria had more like a narrow face. So with these thick sideburns, you slim the face. It's more an illusion that you can do, that if you see the sides it's horrible, but when you see from the front it works. So in this case I'm just trying to check. I saw that the eyebrows needed to be a little bit thicker, and I needed more lashes, and as I said, the downwards of the lids and the lashes, it's really her, so that I was adding a little bit more of that. Here I'm trying to use my machine to sand, and I'm checking on the back to see if it works, but I realized that these dolls had like a very hard mold, so it didn't work, because when I tried to sand it and then do something else, it was very visible. It got white and kind of deformed, so I just kept with the sideburns, so that is what I can do for now. Here I'm adding a little bit more lip on the upside. I removed before and I thought that it was thinner, but checking more photos I realized that I was wrong, and it has thinner on the sides, but the front it's a little bit higher. So I was trying to do that, and adding more white to the teeth. Yeah, I do that a lot because it's what I said. Trying to check. It's better to have too little than too much. The lips is something that I really hate because I retouch a lot. I paint, sometimes I overlip too much, I remove, maybe I remove too much. It's just go with the flow. Now I'm removing the earrings and clothing because I'm spraying with a matte spray. This I think it's super clear. And I do that because I want to put the gloss over it. I'm retouching a little bit more things, but the idea is to finish with that matte spray and adding the gloss. The good thing about this spray that is when you paint over with more pencils, it gets a little bit darker and darker. It gets a little bit more pigment, so that really helps if you try to do that. So in this case I'm removing a little bit of the stains of the nose, but here is the gloss. And I always add the gloss only on the eyes, sometimes the liner because it gets it a little bit darker, and on the lips, not the teeth, not the brows. I want to keep shiny what I think it would be shiny in real life. One of the important things, as I said before, is checking how the hair would be, because as a character, not as an actor, you normally have like a look, and her look it's very parted and falling to the sides of her head, you would normally don't see like the sides. So that was very important to keep her in character. So this is the finished look. I'm showing you some photos. It was kind of messy, my voiceover, but I'm still trying to figure it out how to do this and to sound good and make sense. So I really hope you liked it. It was very interesting to do. It was a kind of different take in a mold and the body that I will try to change. And this is the beginning of the line that I'm trying to do right now, that it's dolls from movies and TV series that meant something to me growing up. So Victorious, High School Musical, Raven. I will try to do some dolls of these characters, and I really hope that that makes you feel nostalgic like me and that you enjoy it. So if you want to see more videos like this and give your support, you can thumbs up, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel like. So thank you so much and see you in the next one.